Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching to the where the platform where we speak. One second, please. 1 second. Right. Okay. There we are. We got that. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This story. Igboho rushed to hospital. I'm sorry I've been away from a few things I've been following, but I wanted to comment specifically on this. Now let's watch this broadcast, and then let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It's very, very important we talk about this. And we're going to be raising enough awareness about this. I'm going to be going on live and talking about this. This is against his human rights. What is happening now is against his human rights. By denying him, by denying Sunday Igboho the access to medical health that is not available in Nigeria or in Benin, that is denying him his human rights. Now, let's go ahead and look at this now.
On Wednesday, Yoruba activist Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, was reported to have been rushed to the hospital after he took ill in a detention facility in Benin Republic. One of the lawyers representing the separatist activist said he may be battling an illness relating to his kidneys and lungs. He also claimed that Igboho was injured while trying to escape during the invasion of his home by the operatives of the Department of State Services on July 1st. He said,
you see that he was injured, and the government have already been told to pay something like, I don't know, millions of naira for the invasion. So this and the government, they have no right to hold him. They have no right. The government they've been forced to pay money. I think 200 million naira, something like that. You know, so if you all recall, I'll go and get that details out later on. But I want to just look at this is what is happening. This is unfair. This is actually going against his human rights.
Igboho is seriously ill and needs to be flown abroad for treatment. Igboho was arrested at Cardinal Bernardin International Airport.
An illegal arrest. He has not harmed anybody. He has not killed anybody. He has not touched anybody. He's only said that his people have the right to self-determination and the right to self-defense. That's all he said. So we are still on this matter, and we're saying it loud and clear. The federal government of Nigeria, of that nation we call Nigeria, the Fulani federal government, the contraption Nigeria, is infringing his human rights. They are infringing the rights of Chief Sunday Igboho, particularly as the government don't have medical facility to take care of citizens, criminal or innocent citizens. They don't have any access to medical health. None in contraption Nigeria. Even the government themselves have to go outside. Those in government have to go to foreign countries to get health care. We are horrified by this. You should be horrified by what you're seeing now.
In Cotonou, while on his way to Germany, he was subsequently arraigned before a court in Benin Republic and has remained in custody of the government after the extradition hearing on the request of the Nigerian government was stalled. I have a lot of questions regarding Igboho's continued detention. I mean, it was the government of the Republic of Benin that arrested him based on the fact that he had, bad documents or what have you. But, I mean, the fact that he is still there just bothers me a lot.
Yes, he's one of those people who is an awaiting trial prisoner at this point. But one thing I will say for our neighbors is that they seem to show a lot more civility than we do here to political prisoners or prisoners of conscience, whatever you want to call them. Because I recall in the case of Zakzaki, when he was reportedly seriously ill, he was not rushed to any hospital. So that must be said, that even if somebody is a prisoner awaiting trial, he must have his full human rights observed. He has the right to see a doctor. There are others I could mention, which I will not, who were...
Did you hear what I said before? I said this is infringing his human rights. Yes, we are grateful that the Benin people rushed him to hospital. The Benin government rushed him to hospital in Benin. But still, the fact of the matter is that the medical facilities they have there is probably not adequate enough to properly cater for his health. We need him to be released and taken, so he can go on his way to Germany, where he has a residency, so he can get proper treatment. This man has done nothing wrong.
Gravely ill in Nigerian state detention and were not given any medical help and essentially died a slow death over a period of years.
So sad.
This would not have happened if he was in Nigeria. If he was gravely ill, he would not have been rushed anywhere. And that's the point that I want to note. And I just want to not say anything further on this.
Rufai, your analysis on this topic.
So for me, he's there in Benin Republic. The lawyers have said he's sick. He's been rushed to the hospital. The last I heard that the investigations are on. So that's why they detained him. And they seem to have been able to reach an agreement between the government of Benin Republic and Council for Sunday Igboho. It is on the council to be able to push on the need for him to be flown abroad. So there's a conversation.
That's what they're pushing.
Yeah, so there's a conversation around that, to be had around that. But most importantly in all of this, the government in Benin Republic and Sunday Igboho, I've been able to come on the same page as regards the investigation on the case. They've not come out to tell us what is going on as regards the investigation, but it's still on and it's still kept in detention. I think the French legal system is they keep you in detention while they go to investigate. I think that's the way they do it. I mean, I'm not totally grounded on the French legal system. So that's why that is going on. He's there with his wife, Rockbo. Let's see how this pans out in the coming days. And I know his counsel definitely will give us more updates, as regards what is happening to Sunday Igboho in Benin Republic.
I think also the point is that they claim that he got injured during that invasion in his home.
But was it the injury that led to
Well, that's what he's trying to claim at this point,
Okay.
Dr.
No,
Abati.
he's not the one making the claim. It's his lawyer.
The
Yomi
lawyer,
Ali.
that's what I just said.
Yomi Ali.
Yeah, the lawyer.
That's his name.
Correct.
He's the one who says he has lungs and kidney problems, and that he's been taken to hospital, and that they're going to ask that she should be flown abroad for him to get good care. Okay, after the July 1 invasion of his residence, he suddenly showed up in the Republic of Benin. Two issues with Republic of Benin. Traveling with, what they call fake documents. He was arrested along with his wife. His wife was later freed by the...
He didn't travel with fake documents. He didn't travel with fake documents. That is another thing that is... He was traveling with his own document that he had. He has a document whereby he has residency. It wasn't fake document at all. It was his passport.
Court. And then the Nigerian government brought an extradition application, and that was also stalled. And now we understand that he's not feeling too well.
Yeah.
Well, the appropriate place to go to, again, will be to the courts by his lawyers to ask that he should be, flown abroad. Because the principle, the international principle, is that even when a man has been accused of an offense, he's innocent until proven guilty, right? And he has to be in a condition where he can stand trial.
Exactly.
So these are some of the details they will look at. What you were saying, the French, judicial system, adjudicatory system, is accusatorial. You are accused, and then you have to go and look for evidence to prove your innocence. But in the English jurisdiction, it's prosecutorial. So that's just the technical difference. But whatever it is, the basic thing is the rights of the accused as recognized under international human rights law.
Very well said, Dr. Abati. We'll take another story that has been...
So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to say much more than that. I'm going to come back. I'm probably going to come live and talk about this at some point today. I want to talk about this a lot. I've had to rest a little bit. I'm trying to take things easy. I'm going to just be doing things a bit here and there, not rushing. It's been a lot. It's been very hectic and doing things for me. Then I had to just take time off and build a few things and re-strategize about how I go forward with things vis-a-vis the struggle. I mean it 100%, and I'm not the only one. And all of us must play our role. This is something that it relates to each and every one of us. We hurt each day. We're hurting each day. The fact that Sunday Igboho is being arrested illegally. Let me see if I can get a picture of him so I can put it up as we're talking again. So it's in our consciousness, as you like. I'm truly sad that this is even allowed to happen as we're speaking. That this is a man that is speaking for his people, and all the government of the day want to do is to silence us. And when the likes of Gumi, who are supporting terrorists, are walking free, and they tell us to be in that same contraption together. No, we need to separate from it. Our job is to ensure we continue to speak truth to power. The government they promote hate speech. The federal government of Nigeria promotes hate speech against Southerners. That's a fact. Now let's go and let me just show you this particular picture that I'm going to get my hands on in a minute. I just want to highlight. I don't want to stay too long on it, But I you know, Oloye Sunday Igboho is in our consciousness, and we wish him long, speedy recovery from his from his ailment. He's done nothing wrong, and all he deserves from us is our unqualified support. We need to support him. We must support Oloye Sunday Igboho. We have to. So here's his picture. So let me just get this picture here. Okay, no, I'll get a better picture. Sorry, that's not a very good picture. Here we are. So that's Oloye Sunday Igboho right there. I'm just putting this here. So 1 second, please. Let me just make sure I get it in the right context. So I want to just bring the Oloye Sunday Igboho in the picture, as it were. Find that she's talking. For me, what is more important is him. It's good that she's, that's been discussed. But for me, at the end of the day, we are saying that Oloye Sunday Igboho must be released. He has done nothing wrong. In fact, the government illegally went into his home, attacked him, they injured him. And still, the injury is still affecting him today. And he must be allowed to go. The Benin government must allow him to go and get medical treatment. Because, as they said, for him to even be able to get any proper, to defend his case, he needs to be in a fit state physically to do so. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, when you get the broadcast, please do share it. It's about Igboho being rushed to hospital. I am 100% behind, and I support Oloye Sunday Igboho and everyone who is working on behalf of him, and of course Yoruba Nation, and of course the whole entire southern region, as we are going for our right for self-determination. The government of the day have seen it fit to label us as promoting hate speech when we talk about self-determination, but yet they are silent when the Fulani terrorists are killing. Indeed, the Fulani terrorists, they kill, and then they say, oh, we give up. They put their hands up, they give the guns to the government, and then the government pardons them immediately without going to court. And they let them go again, and they go out to the next. They're going from one neighborhood to the next, committing this same crime, only to falsely claim they've repented, and the government forgive them. This is happening. This is a sequence that's going on. That is hate. That is promoting hate. That is hate speech. When you say, oh, you know what, I give up. Governor Bala Mohammed says that the Fulani, the foreign Fulanis will benefit from Ruga settlement. That's another hate speech. Mark Miller and the Tea people in diaspora were speaking for their people that were killed and their land taken by Fulani terrorists. And Ahmed Wase, the deputy speaker, so-called deputy, and I'm telling you what, I am saying this categorically. You may be saying on paper that he's deputy. He is the speaker of the house. He is the designated speaker of the house as far as the Fulanis are concerned. Because we have yet to hear from Badami Amida to fault his own deputy for preventing thieves to speak and table a motion on the floor of the House of Representatives about the concerns about the people being displaced in their own land. And these are the problems we're faced with. So I will come back and talk about this later on, and we will probably have a proper discussion about this. Not probably, we will be doing so. I'll be doing a live broadcast at some point. But I'm going to share this first. So our concern is we demand that the fact that they must not deny Oloye Sunday Igboho his right to medical help. That is, by denying medical help, they are denying him his human rights. He has done nothing wrong. We are in support of Oloye Sunday Igboho. So when you get the broadcast, please do share it. We stand with Oloye Sunday Igboho. Majasola, Adu Bongbonti. We support you. We appreciate your effort, and we will continue. All of us need to speak. Southerners, it is time to stand together. Rise up, speak up. Speak up. It is our right to self-determination, and we must not be silent. We must not be silent. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. The only currency we deal in is, of course, the currency of truth. That is it. And of course, we're the Sorosuke generation with evidence. Now, before you go, I want you to watch this, please. I want you to help me share this. I need your help in doing this. Please subscribe to Citizen AY. It's very important. We need you to help us to continue to promote Citizen AY, the platform that is a platform. It is your platform. It's a platform where we expose the lies of the fraudulent governance in place right now, a governance that promotes hate speech. But then they tell you that when you speak truth to power, they see that as hate speech. When you speak truth to power and you expose their lies, as far as the Fulani government are concerned, that is hate speech. And these are the things we need to continue to expose. We mustn't tire. We mustn't relent. We need to continue to walk forward collectively. It is important that the South, Yorubas, Igbos, Middle Belt, all of us in the South, we stand together. And of course, I state to you all, and I state it categorically again, the Fulanis come from Futajalon. That's where they're from. Their ancestry is from Futajalon. They have no business being part of the South. If the houses want to keep them in the South, in the North, that's fine. But as far as the South is concerned, we Southerners have been there for minimum. Yorubas have been in the southern, in the South, in Yoruba land. Yorubas have been in Yoruba land for minimum of 13,000 years. They found a 30-year-old man dated 13 years ago. He died 13,000 years ago in Ihueleru in Ondo State, in Isharon. These are the evidences you need to hold on to and stake our claim to our land. No Fulani has any land in the South. You hear me? No Fulani has any claim. If they want to lay claim to any land, tell them to go back to Futajalon. Do you know where it is? Let me show you. Let me show you where Futajalon is. Let's go and get Futajalon out. Remind them where they come from, because they've forgotten. So it's our job to remind them. This is, of course, Futajalon right there. So let me just make this smaller so you can see. So that's Futajalon right there. Let me just so you see above my head there, you see they come from, the Fulanis come from Futajalon. That's where they come from. The Fulanis come from Futajalon. That is the single most important thing we must tell our people in the South. The entire South must remind them they need to go back there. Our claim to our land is justified. We have been in that in Yoruba land for thousands of years, even before the colonials came in 1800 to take our land, to try and enslave us in our land. That's what they've done. The colonials have enslaved us in our own land. Our resources have been taken. Our people have been slaves, sold around the world. Venezuela, Brazil, US, the West Indies, Caribbean, the Caribbeans. That's what happened to us. It's time we take control of the narrative. We must stand together as one, as Southerners, and we claim back what is ours. We're not fighting. The Fulanis, if they want any land, they need to go back to Futajalon. That's what we need to remind them. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please, when you get this broadcast, please do share it. It's very important you share it. It's got very key information in it. The Fulanis come from Futajalon. Where it's circled in the red there, that's where they come from. They must go back there. They have no claim to any land in the South. Zero claim. Zero claim. I stand on that 100%. Now, before you go, I ask you again, please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. You're watching Citizen AY. Please make sure, endeavor to subscribe. Your support is needed. Thank you. Please subscribe to Citizen AY. We're almost there in terms of the view numbers. We need to get about to our 4,000. We're about 3,700 views away from that critical number. We're at 3,700 views, and we are 300 away from that magic 4,000 hours. Please continue to share the podcast. We need 300 more people to help us continue to share this podcast. So please subscribe to us. If you can get 300 more people to share, subscribe and share, great. Let's do so now. Let's go for that target. Subscribe to Citizen AY. Subscribe, share, give us a thumbs up, hit the notification button so that when you come on YouTube, we will be able to give you broadcast as I'm doing right now. I'll be coming live and I'll be talking about Oloye Igboho, and we'll be doing a program. We might even do a 1 hour long program where we're talking about Oloye Igboho and how he's been fighting for our rights collectively as Southerners. Not only for Yorubas, he's speaking up for our rights as Southerners to be able to have self-determination in our own land. We don't have any representation in our own land. The Fulanis are representing Southerners in our own land. But we dare not do the same thing when they're in the North. We've had enough of this. It's time to stand up. We need to stand together collectively. Yoruba Nation now, Biafra Nation now, Middle Belt Nation now, all of the Southern nations, all of us must stand together in the South against the oppression of the Fulanis. We need to send them back to Futajalon. Thank you very much. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you and goodbye.